everyone! Welcome back to another episode on Rebuilding You. I'm Kai,
I'm Min.
and today we'll be talking about self-acceptance. So a very brief intro on what self-acceptance is. It's basically embracing all parts of ourselves, including our weaknesses and our strengths. So today we're going to be talking about our own personal journey of self-acceptance as well as our thoughts on it. So hope you guys enjoy. Jamin, do you want to start first?
Okay. Alright. So, self-acceptance. It's honestly something that's very foreign to me up until last year. And to be very honest with you, I only really began my own self-acceptance journey a few months back. So I guess I'll share with you guys something that I've struggled with since I was really young. I did ballet since I was 3, and I stopped when I was 17. So one thing that I struggled with was my own body image. So doing ballet, you have to be in tight clothes all the time. Leotards, your tights. And when I went for classes, I will notice that I am the chubbiest girl in class. So I remember that there was one time my ballet principal came to visit our class, and she looked at me and she told me in a very serious manner, "Girl, you need to lose some weight to actually be good in ballet." And I was really young. I think I was 10 or 11 that time, and you can tell how much it affected me by how I still remember it. I'm 22 now. I still remember that. So I realized that when I was younger, throughout all of my teenage years, I tried to lose weight multiple times just because I wanted to feel like I'm worthy enough to do ballet, and to actually be good enough at it, I have to be skinny. I was never skinny, by the way. But yeah, in high school as well, I was really insecure about my weight. It wasn't just in ballet classes, because I used to dance a lot in high school, and I remember there was one time we had to do a lot of carrying work, and there was this guy. I don't want to say who he is, but there was this guy. He told me in a very joking way, like, "Oh my god, Jamin, I pity the guy who has to carry you." To my face. He said that to me. He didn't even try to filter it. I think he was just joking, honestly, but I took it really seriously, naturally, of course. All of us take judgment very seriously. So again, I tried to lose weight, but I realized also that my progress was never maintained. I was never able to lose weight and then maintain that weight. It's always like fluctuating. Like I lose some weight and I gain them back after a few months. And that's where I learned that growth and change cannot happen from a place of self-hatred and judgment. I'm not sure whether you guys can resonate with this. It's sort of like when you do something because you hate this part of yourself. Yes, you can do it initially. It is great motivation, honestly. Hatred is a very good motivation. But when it comes to maintaining that, you cannot do it with hatred. You cannot hate yourself while trying to achieve something. So the takeaway here is to create lasting change, we have to do it from a place of self-acceptance and kindness, not a place of judgment and always criticizing yourself. So right now, I shifted my mindset to, instead of trying to lose weight to look good, I shifted it to, I want to be healthier and I want to feel confident when I wear clothes that I like. So I find that it helps a lot, and you don't force yourself to change because you hate yourself. Change because you want a better lifestyle and for a better you. Yeah. So Kai, why don't you share with us your own self-acceptance journey?
Yeah, sure. For me personally, what I struggled with for a very, very long time was acne. So for those who know me, you would know that since I was about 13 or 14, I started having a lot of acne on my whole face, like on my cheeks, my nose, my forehead. My whole face was literally like a moon. It was very, very bumpy, a lot of acne. And at that time, I was the only one in my family, and among all my cousins as well, I was the only one to have acne, as well as the only one in my circle of friends in my class. At that time, that was what I remembered, that I had the worst acne. So it affected my confidence a lot, it affected my self-esteem a lot. Like, I remember I was very quiet. I was a very quiet person who wouldn't want to voice out her opinion because I was so self-conscious of my face that I didn't want to speak up because I felt that that would make people pay more attention to me, which would make me feel more self-conscious. Like, why would they want to look at such an ugly person talking? So it affected my self-esteem a lot, and it didn't end. It continuously stayed throughout my teenage years, and it wasn't until about maybe 2 years ago that my skin started to clear up. And I remember about 3 or 4 years ago, I found this YouTuber, skincare YouTuber. Her name is Lia Yu, and she changed my life literally. Like, her philosophy was listening to your skin and giving it what it needs. So instead of, panicking and buying all kinds of products to put on my skin and going for all kinds of facial treatments and like laser treatments and stuff like that, I learned that the problem was internal. So I started listening to my skin, I started listening to what it needs, I started to take care of my health. I did clean eating and taking care of my diet, my sleep cycles and everything. And because I did this, it not only calmed down my skin, it also calmed me down internally. It helped me to accept myself better as well, because I realized that the reason why I couldn't accept myself was also because I wanted to achieve this very perfect, flawless porcelain skin, like a baby's skin. So obviously that's not possible. So when I started to accept that, okay, it's not realistic, and I'm grateful for my skin now. So even though I have like pigmentations and like I still have breakouts when I'm stressed or like when I eat badly, but I've learned to, stay calm, not to panic, and also accept that this will pass as well. And my skin doesn't define me. So yeah, I think that's how I started to accept myself more.
Yeah, I really like how you said that you were expecting your skin to look a certain way, which sort of contributed to why you cannot accept yourself in the beginning. And I'm so glad you can right now. I feel like you've made a lot of progress. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so back on the point of having expectations for ourselves. I know that we've talked about this in our Pursuing Perfection video. If you haven't, if this is your first time hearing me say this, you should really check it out. So, expectations. I feel that that is the main contributor for all of us when we struggle with self-acceptance. It's because in our minds, we have built up these kind of expectations and a mold for us to fit into in order to be worthy. So, yeah. Which really leads me to another story that I want to share with you guys. So in secondary school, again, a lot of traumatic events happened there. It is the most delicate parts of our lives anyways. So yeah, in secondary school, I was never really studious. By the way, my secondary school, everyone was really, really smart. Everyone was very smart. I feel like I was the only one who couldn't study well. And I once went for tuition, right? And this tuition teacher was from my high school, and because she knows that I dance a lot in school, and she told me during tuition in front of everyone, she said, "Jiamin, you need to take care of your legs, okay? It is the only chance that you'll ever get a career." And it hit me so bad. Like I felt so shameful. I could feel it in every single hair on my body, in every single cell in my body. I felt so shameful because she was right. I thought she was right. In my heart, I was like, crap, she's right. I really cannot do anything besides to dance. So I always like told myself that, oh, you cannot study, you're worthless. What good can you do? And honestly, that was a mindset that didn't change until 2 years ago. Yeah, so it stuck with me throughout my college years as well as first year of uni. So I thought that I was worthless because I cannot study. So yeah, back to the point of this kind of mold that we've built for ourselves. I feel that the takeaway here is that everyone has weaknesses, and the sad thing is everyone does. No one wants it, but the good thing is everyone does. So what I'm trying to say here is everyone has something to give and offer in this universe, and there is a place for you. So what we should try to do is just keep going at it. Whatever that you want to do or you think you're good at, just keep going at it, and whatever you give your time to, you will get results. You just have to shift the focus from the end result to the process of learning as well, because I feel like we have to give ourselves a chance to learn instead of expecting ourselves to be good at something right away. Give yourself a chance to learn, and you'll be surprised by the results. Yeah.
And another side of self-acceptance, I think, other than embracing our flaws, is also embracing what is truly meaningful to us. If walking this path of wellness and personal growth resonates more with me than a corporate 9-to-5 job, then I'm going to embrace it. Because even though I don't know what kind of future or what kind of career path this will lead me to, even though this industry is not a societal norm kind of job, but I'm still going to accept this side of myself, and I'm going to go after it and pursue it and trust myself. Because I have a friend, she once told me that she changed her negative way of thinking, her negative mindset, to a positive mindset. Because one day she realized that by always letting in all the negative thoughts, she wasn't giving a chance for the positive thoughts to come in. And I don't know if that clicked with you, but when I heard it, I was like, oh my god, it clicked. Okay, I can't make the sound, but yeah, it clicked with me like, wow, because we are letting in all our negative thoughts, that's why we're not even giving a chance for the positive thoughts to come in. So I feel like that's so true, and I think that by embracing what truly matters with us, we are giving ourselves a chance. We're embracing and accepting ourselves and giving ourselves a chance by acting towards what we're passionate about, what is truly our dream. Because I feel like at the end of the day, it's really how you feel about yourself when you're lying in bed at night, or when you're even on your deathbed at the end of your life. Are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with who you've become, the choices you've made, the journey you've gone on? So I feel that by accepting ourselves, we're able to make the right decisions that truly resonate with our true inner selves. And by acting in a way that resonates with ourselves as well, this will make accepting ourselves easier.
Yeah, I really like that. Your point of embracing our authentic selves. I feel that a lot of people think that they don't know themselves. If you were to ask them, so what are your goals? What are your dreams? And a lot of people, including myself a while back, I would say, I don't know. Ask yourself, do you even know yourself? Because I feel like a lot of people don't know. And maybe we can do a video on this today, because honestly, being authentic, it's not knowing what your dreams are, what your goals are. You don't have one goal for the rest of your life. You don't just have one goal. I feel like it's ever changing. So yeah, but anyways, I do have another point to add on, which is from our stories, you can sort of tell that a lot of our own expectations are formed by our own upbringing, our societal norms, the environment around us, basically our peers, our parents, their values and stuff like that. So it's really difficult to filter out what people say. We understand that, and it's even more difficult to control what we say. We cannot say the right things all the time. Like, even I myself say things that hurt people. I wish I did not. I wish I could try to not hurt people with the things that I say, but it's inevitable. So what I'm just trying to say is that even though the hurt that you felt when someone said something to you, was probably not your fault, but it is our responsibility to heal ourselves and to guide ourselves through that pain, through that hurt, and not let that consume you. You really have to shift your focus to growing from pain and hurtful experiences.
Yeah, so like Jeremy says, a lot of us don't really know who we really are. And I think a great exercise for you guys to kind of get to know yourself better, because if we are asked to list negative sides of ourselves, we would have a whole list of all the things that we don't like about ourselves. But how long will it take for you to think of the good things if we were to ask you to list positive sides of yourself? So we would like to give you guys a little exercise today, which is
homework.
Yeah, a homework, which is to list 5 things that you guys like about yourselves and DM us on Instagram.
And we will also share our own 5 things that we are proud of ourselves for on our stories, just so that we are exchanging homework. We are doing it too, not just you. And also, it's not just the parts that you like about yourselves, it could also be achievements that you want to brag about. I feel that a lot of us hold back when we want to celebrate our own achievements. Like, you would think that it is too small to celebrate, or if I celebrate it, people would think that I'm bragging or being arrogant. So we're giving you a chance to brag about your achievements. We feel that as humans, instead of always trying to think of the parts that we want to change about ourselves, we have to also celebrate the things that we have achieved, to give yourself credit for all the progress that you have made, to validate those experiences as well, besides those negative ones. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have another video coming to you guys very, very soon. We have a very special guest and we cannot wait for you guys to meet him. So that's it, I guess. Subscribe to our channel, follow us on Spotify and on Instagram at rebuilding.you, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
Bye!